कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यत् श्रेयः स्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्। Karpanya dosha. My heart is overpowered by the taint of pity. Apahata swabhava. My nature is overpowered by the taint of pity. Taint of pity, it is Karpanya dosha. Prichhami tvam, I ask you. Dharma sammudha chetaha. Over and above this weakness of mine, of the taint of pity, I am confused. My mind is confused about duty. Dharma sammudha chetaha. My chid. My, what is that? Chitta. My chitta is again this, the mind stuff. My mind stuff is completely confused. I ask you, tell me decisively what is good for me. Yat shreyah syat nishchitam bruhi tat me shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. I am your disciple, instruct me who has taken refuge in you. Me who has taken refuge in you, O Lord, please instruct me. I am your disciple. This is the kind of surrender. Now look at that. Bhagwan's words did not hit him then, but his silence definitely made Arjuna surrender completely. So Arjuna could gauge that Bhagwan is not happy of my continuing with unnecessary arguments even after his scolding me. So Bhagwan has scolded me already with hard words, and yet I am blabbering over and above that. I don't think Bhagwan is happy with it. Let me surrender. Arjuna said, Karpanya dosho apahata swabhava. Think of that. How many times in life we would have fallen in this kind of confusion and self-pity. What happens to that ego at that time, which had all the chivalry and valor of doing whatever I want to do, I can gain success in this and that, I am always successful, I have made my life. At the time of crisis, suddenly what happens to that ego? What made Arjuna speak these words? His ego got hurt when Bhagwan called him impotent. He said, me? I am the best of the archer. Maybe he doesn't know my potentiality. So sometimes this insult also helps. So he felt so bad that he really looked within and he found that confusion inside. Till now, Arjuna's view was only going towards externals. There is a battlefield. He's in the middle of the two armies. He's watching his own people around. He is imagining deaths all around. He is imagining the destruction of dynasties, all at the gross physical level. But when Bhagwan hit him hard on his ego, he suddenly turned within. When he looked within, he found the confusion inside. So, the message of the Bhagavad Gita is that there is nothing wrong externally. Whatever is wrong is all within you. Make corrections within your own mind, intellect, equipment, and you will become an able human being. Our capability is hampered due to our extrovertedness. Look within. Without the aid from the scriptures, we will not be able to look within. Because to look within, we'll have to close our eyes. The moment we close our eyes, we fall asleep. Or we close our eyes towards the situations and circumstances. Even that's not going to work. So what exactly is meant by looking within? Assessing our own inner character is an art to be learnt. For self-perfection program, we have to go through a certain course, which Bhagavan is going to give us in the Bhagavad Gita. So what is the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a course where the reader understands how to look within and take rectificational measures and get back to full potentiality. For which we will have to surrender. What is the meaning of surrender? Surrender. Head under the Lord's feet. Otherwise, you will put your head under your own feet and keep crying only. In dejection, stress, frustration, failures, etc. When we say head under the Lord's feet, it means head carries ego. So we will have to give up our ego, we will have to surrender our ego while listening to Lord's instructions, at least, if not forever. At least while reading, while taking the instructions, we will have to be humble. Because our argumentative intellect will not be very easy to tackle by our own selves. In each instruction, we will have an argument to put up, which is not going to work then. Shadhi Mam, teach me, Tvam Prapannam, I take refuge in you, teach me. This is wonderful. So what is the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Is it so? No, it's not a conversation. It is a conversation between the teacher and the taught. If we remember that, we will take the Bhagavad Gita as a lesson. Otherwise, we will keep singing it, but we'll never learn anything out of it because we will never consider Sri Krishna as the teacher. Shadhi Mam, Arjuna has demanded, teach me. Now, it is Sri Krishna's prerogative whether to teach Arjuna or not, right? He went to Sri Krishna, please teach me. So Sri Krishna said, I don't teach your kind of students. Could be. Is it necessary for Sri Krishna to teach each and every one? necessary. It is the teacher's wish whether he wants to teach or not. So, on what basis the teacher will select the students? Very easy. The student came up to the teacher, right? He was sitting in the chariot, so he sat and then he surrendered. He said, I take refuge in you. That is his surrender. Then he also confessed that I am confused. Apahata swabhavaha. I am in self-pity and my thinking has gone haywire. Apahata swabhava. I have slain my nature. Dharma samudha chetaha. And I am completely confused about what is to be done as my duty. And then he's saying that please teach me. To this extent, if I am ready to do, then only the teacher is going to teach me. I'll have to tell this to Sreemad Bhagawad Geeta if I want to learn from the Bhagavad Gita. If with another kind of attitude that I pick up the book, oh, I know everything, I am just trying to see whether Sri Krishna also tells the same thing or not. Am I going to learn anything out of it? Not really. Oh, I have read so many other, scriptures, Upanishad, all, Brahma Sutra, I have read. Let me see if the Bhagavad Gita also tells the same thing or not. Or maybe I want to be a critic. The Bhagavad Gita is a nice thing to chant, also can be. In which case I am not going to learn really. But for learning, I'll have to have this kind of attitude, what Arjuna has got. Let me accept my failure of assessing the reason of my being in this human life. Let me accept the failure of setting the goal in my life which can take me closer to my divine self. Let me accept that I fail to face the critical situations of life quite often, if not all the time. And therefore I need guidance. Let me accept that I am unable to come out of my attachments and desires, etc. My lower tendencies, my negativities, and therefore I need to learn how to rectify this weakness of my mind, how to think rationally. I have to learn, and therefore I need to read the Bhagavad Gita. It will work. If I face these kind of situations often, then this shloka is very good for me as a reminder. Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetah yat shreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhi mam tvam prapannam yat shreyasyat. Sometimes I know what I like and therefore I feel it is good. That becomes prayers. But whether it is beneficial or not, sometimes I am unable to understand. Shreyas, beneficial. Yes, I love my brother. So, prayers will be that I don't fight. But what is Shreyaskar? What is beneficial for the family? For the family of both. Maybe for him and me, both. Maybe for me. What is Shreyas? I am confused about it. Oh Lord, please teach me. And the Bhagavad Gita is going to teach me.